Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Hangin with Drumrboyjones. I have my partner in crime, the one and only Mr. Jason Hawks, and we have
Maybe.
finally got together and doing our are doing, are going to do, are fixing to do our episode
Will
one. What is it?
we will be doing?
We
Yeah.
will be doing right. Episode one of our Bon Jovi series. We're going to break this down into three or four parts. And tonight we are going to do Bon Jovi 1984 through 1986, which covers the first three records right after this. We are going to go down the Bon Jovi road today. And Bon Jovi has got such an extensive career that we're going to try to
Yeah.
break this down into three or four episodes. And we're going to start all the way back from, well, I called it 84 to 86, but actually, if you wanted to really get technical about it, uh, started in, I guess, 83 when John Bon Jovi recorded the single Runaway.
Yeah. Or maybe
And
even.
yeah, yeah, I think so. I think so. Uh, but in 83, he did do a record, a single for a promotional record or whatever, and it was Runaway. And I don't think anybody in the Bon Jovi band was on that single.
They were not.
Okay. So he put this single out. It got a little attention. And so John is the only one that has the record deal, right?
Yep.
Yeah. He got the band together for the Runaway single because they was going to start doing a little touring. And, he pulled in David Bryan, I think, was first. And
Yeah.
David
Which
Bryan then, sorry?
he was already in his band, and what is it? Atlantic City Expressway. Is
That,
that right?
yes, that is right. Yep, that's right. So he had David, I think he went by his surname, like, was it Rushbaum or something like that? David
Yeah.
Rushbaum, David Bryan. And then
Yeah.
David knew Alec John Such and pulled him in. Alec knew Tico Torres. They pulled him in and they went and John got his childhood friend, Dave the Snake Sabo, from eventually Skid Row. However, when that started to take off, uh, Snake didn't do it, and they got Richie with the promise of when Snake got old enough, John would help him out. So this is all around 83. So then they did go into the studio in 84 to record their self titled album Bon Jovi. And that was released in 84. And it had a little bit of success. For 1984, it sort of fit with the time, don't you
Yeah.
think? I mean,
I think so.
it sounded like a Rat or a Dokken or, maybe not as hair metally, but it's still, you know,
I think it sounds a lot more like Journey or Survivor. You
yeah,
know,
yeah, good point. Yep.
I kind of think, uh, John said in the documentary, the Hulu documentary,
Which
that
is
he had.
awesome, by the way.
It is awesome. He had Zeppelin posters and Aerosmith posters and Stones, whatever, on his wall. But he probably had some Journey posters on his wall as well. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
just I think Bon Jovi are very influenced by Journey.
Yeah.
Myself, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. That's very good point. Very, very good point. It was just it wasn't very polished. It was just straight up,
yeah,
hard rock, rock
yeah,
and roll slash hard rock.
yeah,
Of course, it kicked off with Runaway,
yeah.
which was their big hit off that record. Uh,
Runaway,
Ru- yeah,
Runaway is a classic song.
yeah, yeah, it really
Yeah,
is.
yeah, I mean, if you've got this big a hit off your first record, And who else does? I know like Guns N' Roses do or whatever, but that's one of Bon Jovi's biggest songs still,
Yeah, yeah. And I think it's practically the only song they still might play live if they do play it live, but they did for a long, long time.
Yeah, I kind of think after their second record came out, they stopped playing everything except for Runaway.
Yep. I
Live.
think I think you're right. I think you're right. And there's some good songs on this. And looks like there's several written by Bon Jovi and Richie. So
Yeah,
obviously the songwriting duo had started all the way back to the beginning. But She
yeah,
Don't Know Me was a good. I don't know if it was a hit, but it is a video and a really good song.
really great, really, really good song.
Yeah, yep.
Kind of reminds me of Huey Lewis,
It does, doesn't it?
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which back right there,
even yeah, even like Springsteen and like what's the Southside Johnny or whatever that was.
Yeah,
It's got that kind of it's got that kind of groove. So yes, that's a really good song, dude.
yeah, yep. And I guess they must have took a Shot Through the Heart. That's a song. It's a
Yeah,
good song, but that must be where Bad Name come from.
I'm
you know, uh, Breakout. I remember that one, but the rest of it, I don't really. I listened to it today. I mean, I have not listened to this record in a long, long time, and uh, even back then, I'd listen to two or three tracks off of it and like those two or three tracks, but the rest of it was, it's okay. But sort of still holds the same today.
I kind of think so. I think Love Lies is really a really good song too.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rest of it's it's your first record, so I mean it is what it is.
Yeah. And went in the studio and recorded 7,800 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
And do you know what 7,800 degrees Fahrenheit is?
it is the melting point of rock.
Yes. Didn't know
I
that for
don't
a
know.
long time.
I don't know if that's sedimentary or igneous, but it's rock.
Yeah. But yeah, so that came out in 1985. And that's where we got the classic Bon Jovi logo, is from that record.
Yes,
That's where it started right there. And but yeah, I mean, this to me, this is when I started getting on the Bon Jovi train. I really enjoyed this record, and I remember all the videos on MTV, In and Out of Love. They had a killer home video, and it was for this record, and it had Runaway on it too. But it was like their first two records, the videos for them. I can't remember the name of it. I'll dig it up and put a clip on here. But that's where I think I found that, because I rented it from a little old video store here and watched it all the time. Um, In and Out of Love, fantastic song.
yeah,
Uh, The Price of Love's good song. Only Lonely is a great song. King of the Mountain, that one was co-written by Richie. Great song.
yeah,
Silent Night, great song.
great song.
Tokyo
Not
Road.
even, yeah, Silent Night's not even a Christmas song.
Yeah, yeah.
I know,
Go figure, right?
I know. Tokyo Road's pretty all right too.
Yeah. Hardest
Um,
Part of the Night, very, very poppy, feel good.
yeah,
Uh,
that sounds like I thought that sounds like Survivor too.
yeah, yep.
You know,
I Always Run to You, To the Fire,
mm-hmm.
Secret Dreams. Secret Dreams has a co-write by Tico Torres. We might get on down through there, but that's the first time I've seen his name pop up in a songwriting credit. Best I remember, I don't think I even liked that song. Maybe that's the reason he's not on anymore.
Oh yeah. I didn't have these first. I didn't have anything until Blaze of Glory come out. I
Really?
didn't have any records at all. No.
Wow. Okay.
And then I got, of course, my cousins or uncles or whoever probably had So I mean, I knew this stuff, right? I'd heard these back in the day,
Yeah.
but yeah, I didn't until Blaze of Glory. I probably went back and got. I know I had Slippery and the first one. I don't know if I ever had 7800 at all.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I did. That's sort of like when I started my Bon Jovi
Right. That's where it
fandom.
started.
Yeah.
Was there like what was the big singles on this? Because I don't remember. Because you don't hear nothing off this record on the radio.
Yeah, I know the videos they had was In and Out of Love, Only Lonely, and Silent Night. And I think they had a video for Tokyo Road too. I'm pretty sure they did. But this is when they started picking up and they got on the Out of the Cellar Rat tour.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was the second time that they had toured arenas. On the first record, I just happened to look over and see they opened up for the Scorpions in '84 in the United States, and they opened up for Kiss in Europe off that first record. And then on the second record, they went on tour with they opened up for Rat. And if I'm not mistaken, and I don't think I am, I think Fryman went to that show.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
I think he got to see Bon Jovi open up for Rat, and it might have been on the Invasion of Your Privacy tour. I said it was Out of the Cellar, but I think it was Invasion. And yeah. And then so then they went on, and it says they done all the arenas with Rat, and then went back in and decided they wasn't getting over the edge. So they hired guess who to write with them. Yeah. Got Desmond Child in, and got Bruce Fairbairn or Fairburn or however you want to say it, and went up to the great Little Rocks or Little Mountain Studios or whatever it was in Vancouver. Were Dr. Feelgood, the Black Album, Aerosmith's Pump, all these records was recorded up there. And so they went and locked themselves away and recorded one of the biggest rock records of our time. And
still,
yeah, Slippery When Wet. And that, they come out and Bad Name was the first single off that record.
Yes, I do remember.
But that didn't really blow them up. They went out on tour opening for 38 Special.
Yeah.
On the Slippery When Wet tour.
Yeah.
And then they released their second single, just a little old song called Living on a Prayer. And let the games begin. They never looked back.
Yeah, from that point forward, I don't think they ever opened for anybody again.
Never. No, I think maybe you are right. Them and Van Halen done some shows overseas.
Okay.
And I think, no, so comment, I'll do my research. Van Halen opened up for Bon Jovi.
Yeah. Or it might have been like a co-headlining thing they swapped up or whatever.
Might have been, but I'm almost positive Van Halen opened up, and I was like,
yeah, that's pretty outrageous too, because Van Halen shouldn't be opening for anybody either.
Ever, yeah. But yeah, that man, yeah. I remember you couldn't go anywhere. I mean, you've talked about this before. I'd done started letting my hair grow long, and what kind of perm did John Bon Jovi have? Because that's what I wanted. What shade of color is that brown? Because that's exactly what I want.
Yeah. Which on using.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it was and so they done that. And so I'm going to let me backtrack just a second because I just read something. It says You Give Love a Bad
Okay.
Name and Living on a Prayer both hit number one. I didn't think Bad Name did, but obviously I am mistaken. But I know Living on a Prayer was a whole different animal. I mean, that video was on
Oh yeah,
MTV every 30 minutes. I mean, they won all these music awards and People's Choice Awards. And, all of a sudden, they're the biggest band in the world. And, you know, so following Living on a Prayer, another little song come out you might have heard of, Wanted Dead or Alive.
yeah,
Same record.
yeah. Same. You couldn't escape it.
No,
Not that it was a. I thought Dead or Alive was one of the. It's as well a crafted song as friggin' Stairway to Heaven or something. You know what I mean? That's a very well written song, very well put together song. What do you say about it? I mean, I know we've heard it 8 million times, but golly, it speaks for itself.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I don't change the channel when Living on a Prayer or Bad Name or Dead or Alive comes on. I'm still listening to it.
Do you really? I still do Living on a Prayer. I listen to that all the time, but Bad Name, a lot of this on this record, I've just been playing Wanted Dead. I mean, there's times when I'm like, I ain't heard that in a long time. It's yes, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, generally, dude. You know what little I do listen to the radio now. If it's Bon Jovi, it's going to be one of those three songs.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and but still, I'm going to listen to it. I don't care because if you swap stations, it's going to be on that station too.
yeah. And there's a lot of there's two sides to the coin on this one, but a lot of people says that John and Richie was sort of responsible for the unplugged movement because they had done Living or Wanted Dead or Alive acoustic on an
And,
MTV or something.
yeah, and they did Living on a Prayer also on the
Okay.
same
Same.
show.
Okay. So, and I'm sure that's before, and I know it is. I just get my years mixed up some, but I know that's probably before Tesla's Five Man. I'm pretty sure it was because I mean we're looking right here in 1980. What was this? 86 when this come out?
Yeah, I want to thank those MTV awards were 88 probably when that happened. Might have been 89, but the Tesla record came out what 90 or 91.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, I mean this thing is just looking on Wiki right here, right quick. Australia, it went 6 times platinum. Austria, it was gold. Canada, it went diamond. Denmark, platinum. Finland, platinum. Germany, platinum. Hong Kong, gold. Italy, gold. The Netherlands, platinum. New Zealand, 2 times platinum. Norway, gold. Singapore, gold. Spain, platinum. Switzerland, 2 times platinum. The United Kingdom, 3 times platinum. And in the United States, 15 times platinum. This record sold 15 million copies in the United States alone.
yeah.
Unbelievable.
Huge record.
It's huge.
It was a big deal.
And yeah, it
They
was.
were. Uh, there hadn't been a band in the 80s to that point that were that popular.
Yeah.
That's Beatles. That's Beatles popularity.
Yep.
You know,
Yep. And
of course the Beatles didn't have any whatever. The Stones and the Beatles didn't have any, and they didn't look good enough to be on MTV either. Honestly,
yep.
you
Yep. They had the tools. They had everything. They had
yeah,
the look, they had the image, they had the pretty boy
yeah.
lead singer. They had the songs, they had the musicianship, and they hit it at the
Yeah,
right
they were
time.
perfect. Yeah, they were perfect storm.
Yep, they sure was. They sure was. And they stayed out on the road for this, like you said, it come out in 86 until like 88. You know, it's a 2 year, 2 year whirlwind global tour. And so we keep it's still the original band, first three records, original band. However, it's been pretty much fairly documented that Alec John Such didn't play on a lot of the records uh, that
Hugh McDonald.
Hugh McDonald played on all the records. Now, on some of this, it says that he played on this track or that track, so I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't think Hugh played on everything, but Hugh has practically been in Bon Jovi since the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Alec was just the face, and I like Alec. I love and on these home videos, man. That's one thing I loved about Bon Jovi is every record they'd put out a VHS home video, and it was all of them was fantastic. But let's go through real quick. So let's go through the tracks on this one. I think we've hit the tracks on the first two.
We did.
Okay. So it opens up with Let It Rock.
It's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. It opens up with that keyboard, stuff. And it's okay. It's all right.
I would pick bad name first.
Yeah. Yeah.
They should have swapped those two, but yeah.
Yep, you're right. And You Give Love a Bad Name. It looks like it's the first track that was Bon Jovi, Sambora, and Desmond Child. And so obviously the next one, Living on a Prayer, same three writers, Bon Jovi, Sambora, Desmond Child. Social Disease.
Social Disease is all right too, dude.
Yeah, it's a good song. It's a good song. Wanted Dead or Alive was just Bon Jovi and Sambora. They did pretty good. I with as many, and we'll get on into these later and later and later. I know they didn't have the every song was a hit, almost like the Beatles were, but Bon Jovi, Sambora, you could put those. I honestly think you could still put those in the same breath. Maybe not as John and Paul, but maybe with Tyler and Perry, or they've got the hits to back it up in the record sales. That's for sure.
Yeah.
The first song on the second side, Raise Your Hands to Rock, or Raise Your Hands. Oops, sorry about that. That's a Crew song, wasn't it? Raise Your Hands.
Yeah, Raise Your Hands is a good song.
Yep, very good song. Track 2 on the second side, Without Love.
All right.
I really like that song. The next one, I Die for You. That's another Desmond Child helped on that one. And then I guess really, well, I shouldn't say their first ballad ever because of the one on 7800, but Never Say Goodbye.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that was I think that was my junior prom theme.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was. I'm pretty sure. Maybe, or it was somewhere in there. And the last song on this record is my favorite Bon Jovi song on this record. But don't say that, Jones, you dumbass, because it's got Living on a Prayer. Wild in the Streets. I love Wild in the Streets.
Wild in the Streets, great.
I love that song. I just absolutely love that song. And, I don't listen to this record that much anymore just because you hear,
right.
A third, or you hear 3/4 of it still on the radios. But the ones that you don't hear that much anymore is good stuff. Still good stuff. And,
right.
Yeah, this one pretty
I'll
much.
probably listen to sorry, dude. I
No.
probably listened to the Crossroads the greatest hits
Yep.
with Someday I'll Be Saturday Night, looking, and Always. Is
Yeah.
that right?
Yep.
Is that on that?
Yep.
Those are two new songs for that record, though, right?
That's right. Yep.
Is that
Yep.
right?
Yes.
But I listen to that more than I do like records to that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To the Bon Jovi record, that I listen to the greatest hits more than I do anything because it's got everything on it.
Yeah. And that
But
still
that's my
had,
bad problem.
yeah. And that greatest hits come out after, which we'll pick up the next three records, which was New Jersey, Keep the Faith, and These Days. That'll be the next three that we go into. And to be honest with you, those three records is my favorite era of Bon Jovi. This blew them up into stratosphere, but I think they become a huge, more rounded band in our next segment, which will be the next three records from 80, 88 to 93, 94, somewhere around there. Because this record, they toured for 2 or 3 years. New Jersey, they toured for 2 or 3 years. Keep the Faith, they toured for 2 or 3 years. And then time they released These Days, they was toast. I mean, they'd been on the road for 12 years straight, and the biggest band in the world.
Yeah.
And but yeah, this would definitely be the first, I think you could say, hair band, because I mean, call it what it is. Bon Jovi was considered a hair band. They just were. Now they come out in a time.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I still don't consider Bon Jovi hair band. I don't consider Def Leppard hair.
Right. I understand that, but they are lumped in that.
Yeah, or Van Halen or Tesla. I just don't. I don't know why I don't. I just don't.
Yeah, I got you. So what do you consider a hair band? Winger, Warrant, Poison, Winger, Warrant, Poison, Faster Pussy.
Almost like Kicks, Trickster. Everything else. Motley Crue started out like as almost a punk band. The first record's almost a punk record.
Yeah.
I don't know. Give me somebody else.
You're like your Dangers and your.
Yeah, there you go.
Bullet Boys.
That counts to me. There was a terrible, terrible band called King of the Hill that you remember.
I do.
Actually, I take that back because you know what I said. If I listen to it now, I'm going to find something.
That one single they had, I think it was called "I Do You." That was fantastic. I loved it. Yeah, I get it.
But
I get it. They, yeah. It does. I mean, they just sort of, I guess the reason I think they are is because at that time, everything on MTV, I ain't going to say they looked the same, but they all had the same image.
Yeah.
In 1986, 87, everybody had their hairspray, everybody had their makeup and their, now they all didn't wear makeup like Poison, but they was all made up.
Right.
But that was the time.
Yep.
So I guess maybe a hair band was all lumped as a hair band after the scene was over.
Yeah, and after the compilations started coming out, and they put everything on the compilations.
Yeah.
This is what I call hair metal.
Yeah.
Send me 1995, and we'll see who this. It's got the Scorpions on it.
Yeah. Scorpions on the hair band.
Apparently, they were.
Oh man, but yeah, that was but yeah, I think you could say where I was going with that point. Bon Jovi was the first band of that generation that went mega stardom.
Absolutely.
And I think it knocked down the doors because After that, you had Hysteria. I know Hysteria was right on the heels of this, but Bon Jovi was first. You had, you know, so this was 86. So like 85, was Theater of Pain. 87 was Girls. And they didn't, they were still selling 2 or 3 million a time. Poison was around, you know, 87 and it went for 3 or 4 times platinum. Uh, so everything of that zinc was, if it come out, it was going to sell 1 million records.
Oh yeah, that's probably right. Yeah.
But they wasn't going to sell 20 million. So, only one that got close was Def Leppard, and I would be cool to say I know this, but I would say Slippery was bigger than Hysteria. But I'll look and see, and I'll put it in here because it's both 87.
I can't. It'd be hard to say just right off which one without. Yeah, I mean, what's my opinion? That's even hard to do. Which one do I like better? Which one do you like better?
Probably Bon Jovi, but I don't know. All right. So, in a blink of a finger, we can get information just like this.
I know.
So, my AI tells me Slippery When Wet worldwide sales was 28 million copies. Def Leppard Hysteria fell slightly below at 25 million copies. However, it says in the United States, both of them sold the exact same amount. I guess when they're rounded up in millions, but
Yeah.
But yeah, it says that 28 million copies, Slippery When Wet worldwide, Hysteria had 25.
Okay.
2 records.
Not too shabby.
No. What's that? 53 million?
Yeah.
Not too bad. And yeah, Slippery was 86, Hysteria was 87.
Right.
And both of them reached I'm reading something else. But yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Well, man, I think this was a good kickoff to our little Bon Jovi discussion.
Yeah.
I think in the next week or two, or we might even do it this week sometime. We might hit let's do the next 3 records of New Jersey, Keep the Faith, and These Days.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Sounds good to me, dude.
Cool. Awesome. Well, Hawksy, my brother, I love you. Thank you for hanging out with me. It's been fun.
Oh yeah, love you too, Jovi.
Peace, everybody. Don't be a dick. Be good to one another, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.
See ya.